Hi everyone. I don't have my student in the video with me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about my student, and then I'll show you the social story that I made. My student is a 5-year-old girl, a preschooler. She is diagnosed with autism, but she has a lot of other behavior concerns. She has a really hard time transitioning, especially from a preferred activity to a non-preferred activity. Her biggest transition problem right now is to the bus at the end of the day to go home. So I created a social story for her about riding the school bus. One of the reasons why she needed a social story was she wasn't wanting to sit on the bus and wear her seatbelt. She was getting out of her seat. It was becoming a safety concern. She would scream on the bus, which made it hard for the bus driver to be able to concentrate. There is another aide on the bus with her. However, she has to get the other kids on and off the bus as well. So it was just a safety concern. And when she would get out of her seat, there were times where the bus would have to bring her back to the school to me, and then Dad would come and have to pick her up. So I created a social story. The iPad is very rewarding for her, so I have an app on the iPad. You can see it right there, social stories. You can create, there's some on there that you can buy, or you can create your own. So you can see I created my own riding the school bus. The words will be backwards, but I'm just going to kind of show you how this app works. So we can play the story. It says, I ride the school bus to and from school. I walk to the bus with Miss Jessie, Miss Pat, and my friends. I did change some of the pictures because she was in here and I did not have a photo release for her. When I ride the bus, I need to stay safe. If I am not safe, I could get hurt. When I get on the bus, I will sit down in my seat and put my seatbelt on. All of my friends sit in their seat with their seatbelts on, just like me. I must also stay quiet on the bus so my friends don't get upset and the bus driver can get me home safely. When I am seated, buckled, and quiet, everyone is happy. I might even get a hug from Miss Amy or my dad. And then that's the end. So this has worked really well for me. And as I was doing some research for the paper with the pros and the cons, I actually found myself thinking to her, and how one of the cons that I found was that this has to be repeated over and over and over, and sometimes it requires a lot of prompting in order to be successful. This was the case for her. We would read this every day before we got onto the school bus, and then she still did require prompting as we did it, and when we got on the bus, a lot of reinsurance and rewards for her as well. However, it was successful for a while, and like I said, another con that I found was that they're only successful for a short period of time, and that was the case for her as well. It worked for a couple months, and then she showed no more interest in the story, and we had issues on the bus again. So that's my social story. Again, if you have someone who likes the iPad, feel free, just Google social stories. You'll find the app where you can buy your own, where you can create your own social stories. Thank you.